Next week, Bank of Uganda will be selling off 4 treasury bonds. The auction for March, it is happening next week. It's happening at the time when we are starting to see an upward tick in the yield curve. It's the first time we are seeing the upward tick in yield curve in almost 60 days. Otherwise, for the last 60 days, we have been seeing the yields on all tenors of treasury bonds coming down, especially after the election. Before the election, after the election in Jan, since then there has been downward pressure to bring the interest rates down. For the first time, especially after last week, after the war, after the geopolitical war that's happening in Iraq and how it's impacting our economies, we are starting to see pressure of the yield curve going upwards. So at the time when we could predict that the interest rates are going to continue to be squeezed, there is a small window of opportunity that we might see not happening in the March auction. There is an opportunity that the 25-year bond, the 15-year bond, the 5-year bond, and the 2-year bond might have a better yield than what we experienced in Feb. Now, they are going to sell the 25-year bond for the first time since November. That's close to 3 months plus. The last time they sold off the 25-year bond was in November, and it brought in a 17.95%. The 25-year bond has already paid its first coupon. It paid its coupon on February 5th. So this time round, it's going to be the third time they are auctioning off, and the first time they are auctioning off after it paid off its coupon. So it does not have so much accrued interest in it. But the only way we can get that bond, because it has a higher coupon rate of 16%, the only way we are going to get that bond on a discount, it must have a yield of a cutoff yield of 16.25%. Now, before the Iran war last week, it was hard to predict that if we might get the 16.25%, but seeing what is happening in the secondary market, there might be a window of opportunity to get a yield or a cutoff yield of 16 and above, potentially breaching the 16.25% for us to get it at par or at a discount, however much it might be a small discount. Now, let me caveat that, and I say, that doesn't mean we're going to get it at a very big discount like it was in November when we got it at 17.95. I do not think it might even reach 17%. I think those yields are long gone. But the pressures that the economies are facing, because there is a trade freeze right now when it comes to treasury, when it comes to global economies, thanks to the Gulf War, and that is creating a very perfect recipe for treasury bonds to have an upward take. So my prediction, we might be between 16 to 16.5, but with the possibility we might be below 16% and above 16.5% with a very small possibility in this auction. So it will going to be good for the 25-year bond. And that is the same thing for the 15-year bond. The 15-year bond has a good coupon rate of 15.8%. It last paid off a coupon in Jan 8th. It last auctioned off in Jan 22nd when it brought in a 16.475%. Since then, it has been trading in the secondary market at a yield of 15.2, 15.3. We are seeing a pressure to have that yield coming back above 15.5, 15.7. Now, in the primary market, we do not know if it's going to be the same case or not, but you want to be there. You want to have participated because of the global squeeze we are in, we are seeing an upward tick in the treasury bonds. And that's good. That's good. That means it's time to make some good money. It's time to lock in some good yields for the long term. The 15-year bond, it pays a coupon again in July. So it has so far gone on for close to it will be close to 60 plus days, actually 70 days by the time it auctions off. That's a lot of accrued interest in it, and it has a higher coupon rate of 15.8%. It means even then, its discount might be a little small or high, or at par, or a little bit of a premium. So as you participate in that auction, please prepare for that. Those are the two bonds that I recommend. If you are young, go for the 15-year bond. If you are young, go for the 25-year bond. Leave the 5-year bonds and the 2 years for the Babede.